everybody? My name is Haley.
Hey y'all, I'm Mooly.
Welcome to Courtside Cousins. What is up, everybody? We are on episode 5. Woo! We made it to 5 episodes. We do appreciate everybody and all the support. Shout out ASAP for announcing our episode before
we announced the episode.
the episode.
I saw that. I was like, dang girl, we come like, can you let us wake
Give
up
us
and
a
stuff?
second.
I just got off of work. Give us a minute.
But yeah, we do appreciate everybody and all the support. First up. Yeah.
You know, as for me in my household, we do have all 3 colors, but the other 2 colors in my daughter's room. So
Gonna be stepping in our A1s.
weakness. We ain't got time for that. Have you noticed all the little sayings that she has on the shoes?
I did not. That's on me.
It's one right here on the heel. That weakness one. It's on the heel.
Oh, I see.
And then if you look under the swoosh on the bottom, it
That's
says, as a
tough.
matter of fact, the best is yet to come.
I knew when I had first, when she had first dropped that she was, dropping the shoes, that it had little gems on it.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the best is yet to come. Period.
I love these. I don't know what I'm wearing with yet, but they'll match this shirt. I could have put them on with this.
They will, and I already got something to match this. Look for sure. This is what I'm rocking to the Aces Dream Game.
Somebody pointed out that I think it was Cassie pointed out that Cassie pointed out that those shoes will go good with the blue Dream jersey. Yeah. And now I want one.
I have both of them in my cart. For both Ryan and Leash.
Pow. Oh.
No, I have for Ryan and Leash.
I want Pow, I think.
Honestly, there's so many jerseys to pick from. And I like the replica jerseys, one, because they're only $89. But
they only $89. It's a good reason, considering that the players don't get anything
from them anyway.
I would rather pay the cheapest amount.
I do like supporting, like when a player has like an individual store with their merch on it, or with their logo and stuff on it. So yeah, I might have to tap into some of these players and their actual stores.
One of the rookies has a store. I just looked at it the other day, and
Tanaya has one.
Yes, Fagan. That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I was looking at her stuff. Because like you said, unfortunately, the players do not get any money,
which is crazy.
But it's
insane.
You still gonna support? But yeah. On today's episode, we are gonna highlight all the games.
A little structure in this episode, guys.
It is.
A little structure.
Yes, we
have segments.
What?
We're a real podcast now.
No, we're gonna highlight the games from opening weekend, as well as covering the games from Monday and Tuesday. We have a fun little game that somebody suggested in the group chat, as well as we will be debuting our Courtside Cousins player and rookie of the week.
I think you might need to shout out the group chat because everybody don't know about it.
Oh yeah. So shout out to the group chat. Actually right now the name of the group chat is like WNBA 2025 Studs versus Femmes, aka Dallas versus LA. It changes based off of what's going on. So we've had training camp crash out as the title. It started off as Unrivaled for us to all meet up, and it's turned into like a big old family. So I will be dropping a link. Well, I dropped the link on my Threads page, but I guess I can drop it in the link.
You drop it with this episode.
Yeah, I can. For people to join.
I'm easily overstimulated. I'm not in the group. I feel like it'll be too many notifications for me personally, but
It
I
is.
do hope that y'all all join and commune, have a good time. I won't be there.
I'm gonna say I'm the owner of the group, and I have to put it on mute sometimes because I'll like put my phone down for an hour and it'd be like 80 notifications.
I could never.
But yeah, I will link that with this video. But yeah, so first up we have Atlanta versus Washington. Final score was
Atlanta
9.
lost.
Atlanta did lose. Unfortunately, I started off the season 0-1 with my teams. The final score was 90-94. And the Dream lost the game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Like they were
A
doing so
winnable
well.
game.
They were doing so well, and then Slim went crazy. Well, between Slim and Sonya, they went absolutely crazy in the fourth. And then Slim had that steal at the end of the fourth quarter to seal the game for them. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Okay. But yeah, that was a little stressful because how we starting the season off like this, dreams, that was a nightmare. Honestly.
And actually, I want to talk to all the people that think pieces on Ryan Howard like it wasn't one game. I'm all
What we
about
not
giving
gonna
players
do,
grace.
what we not gonna do this season is cause people to be kicked off the roster after one game. There are exceptions, but there are none in Atlanta. Y'all can read between them lines, but there are none in Atlanta.
But yeah, interesting game. Like I said, I started 0-1. I hate that for me. I hate that for us, actually.
I was just I did too.
Yeah, I hate that for us. But then we had the Minnesota Dallas game, which ended in a 99-84 score. Um, Honestly, Dallas was in that game in the first half. But Minnesota's going to Minnesota, and Fee's going to get to that free throw line. And honestly, that's what happened. Fee finished the game with 34, tying the record for most points in the debuting game.
Only
So,
to shortly,
which shortly
shortly be
lasted because,
outshined by KP.
listen, because as we move on to the LA versus the Golden State game, um, which finished 84-67, KP went for 37 points. She literally said, "Hold on, y'all. Hold my cigar.
Fee did what?
Hold my
Bet,
cigar."
bet. Let me get a three.
Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
me let me always the bridesmaid,
Mm-hmm.
never the bride.
We'll do time. They'll get it together.
Fee gonna put us through hell this season.
She is. She's she is gonna be trying to work for every award she did not get, as
Hmm.
well as she's gonna be fighting for that championship. And everybody can say they're not on a revenge tour for whatever reason. I would be. You
They
losing the
are
championship. You losing the championship. You go to Unrivaled. Your team is the best in the league for the whole season.
until the
Losing the playoffs
very
there.
end.
Court and Fee have nothing. Like they're going for everything. So that's gonna be interesting to see this year. But
Let's talk on the LA and Golden State game for a second. Golden State, them threes, y'all are gonna die by the three.
I mean, you live and die by the three, and they're going to most likely die by
Y'all are going to die by the three.
yeah.
Every shot attempt was a three. They were not falling. And it was like, okay, you hit it, you shot a three, you shot a three, you shot a three, and you shot a three. Neither one of y'all hit it. I'm finna shoot one too. Hey, guys,
Hey, you know me.
what
I'm
else we
on
working on
threads.
it?
Listen, I'm on threads talking about. Torre was right there. That's a
Torre
3-point
was
shooter.
right there. Torre was right there. I think everybody was kind of crashing out about Caitlin Chen being waived. And honestly, we don't even really know how she did during training camp. But we saw Torre show up for them. And did they win the game? She won the game for
He
them,
won the
didn't it?
game for them. Yes.
and they waived her. And that was insane to me. Insane. Because she was shooting her threes. They were connecting, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like, and shooters gonna shoot. Like, you're not gonna make them all, but
You got to make some of them,
some of them gotta fall.
or we got
And
to change up the strategy.
I might say, and if that is gonna be your strategy as a team, they gotta fall. They do have to fall. But yeah,
I think I do have hope in Golden State. They have a lot of I feel like you said this, somebody said this, they have a lot of pieces. They have a lot of role players and not exactly faces, which don't get me wrong. Tip was the face of the dream for a very long time. She has been a franchise player before. And I do feel like, she kind of got her spark back with that sixth player of the year. But Tip, no, she's not a sixth player. She's a starter.
mm-hmm.
And she had the chance to go out here and start a brand new team, starting off on a terrible foot, is all I'm
Well,
saying.
I don't know.
But
Tip, I think, finished with 19 in that game. So it wasn't that it was totally bad, but they just didn't gel together because
I was talking about the team, not her in
oh,
particular. I was talking about them as a
there's no wrong.
team. She do sometimes, but not that time. She did good. She played good in that game.
Yeah.
She played very well. But they walked away with 67 points and the other team had 84. So she didn't do good enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I just feel like if y'all hadn't cut to a Ray. Anyway, we can keep going.
Yeah. So that was opening day. Then we run into the eventful Saturday. We started the day with Las Vegas versus New York.
It was a massacre. 78-92. Let me tell y'all how hard it is being an Atlanta Dream fan and a Vegas fan at the same time. They like to lose on the same days,
yeah.
the same weekend, or they like one of them likes to lose terribly, and the other one blows
Blows
another
out.
team out. And you don't. It's like now I feel I don't know how to feel because I want to be excited, but y'all just the other team just put me through hell watching them. Like I can never be happy for them at the same time on the same day. Pause. I take that back immediately because we gonna get to that game. We gonna get to that day, that particular day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this particular weekend, I was stressed. I said, "Oh, it's gonna be that type of year. It's gonna be a repeat of last year because y'all drug me by my edges, dreams and aces. I ain't got too much more left in me.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Not this season,
Lord.
y'all.
Yeah. After that game, I was like, it's gonna
New
be another one
York
of those years.
whooped us.
Well, and also was it like we started to catch up. I think at one point we were down like 4 in the second half, and I was like, where did it go? Like shots stopped falling, and again to the people with the think pieces on Jewel, Grace. Can we give some of these players grace, please, please?
Like, to be fair, these folks have played together for at this point 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Jewel came from being
us
a
the star.
the star of her team to now having to switch into a role player, which I think actually last year she kind of shifted into more of a role player as well. But now she's coming into a team that is already built and trying to find her footing and trying. And this was literally her debut as a Las Vegas Ace in the like preseason is cool, it's one thing, but like this is what counts. So I can get her having like the first day jitters or whatever, but y'all ready to get rid of her. Talking about Vegas lost in that trade. We shouldn't have never got rid of KP.
Well, one, we didn't get rid of KP.
She left.
KP wanted to leave. We listen, as a team, they were like, we hear you and we're gonna find you the best way to get you there, you know? She wanted a fresh start and I'm happy for her. She seems happier. She wanted a
She
bigger
does
role.
seem happier.
So yeah, that
But
was
never too much on Jewel. Like, y'all don't forget who she is now. Come on.
like I
Let's
think they're
not do
so
that.
they're so wrapped up in last year. Like I think she still finished the season averaging like 19, was it like 19
Mm-hmm.
point like 8 or something like that, 19.5. So it's like y'all are writing her off like she's
Like
stood
she
an
a
average
scrub.
like she's a scrub, like she stood an average 19 some points last year as well as the year before.
She was the
had
leading
the scoring
scorer.
record. Like, she had the scoring record for the season. So it's right. With time, she'll get gelled with the team. Teams start to work together and figure
She did
out.
a great job, and we'll get to that the
Yeah,
last game.
yeah.
But yeah, that game, New York whooped our asses. They did. They absolutely did. They look good.
And we're okay to admit it. Let me tell you about Natasha Cloud.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you about Natasha Cloud. Molly
Mm-hmm.
texted me and said, "Can they drug test her?" Because
That's
there's
crackhead energy.
And I said, because she really runs up and down this floor, and
It don't even look like she breaking a sweat.
no, she still be skipping and stuff. So the energy,
Still laughing. All 32 of her teeth showing.
yeah.
You
And they've
not
been showing.
tired?
Listen, and they've been showing since she touched down in New York.
Ever since she got to New York.
She's just been
Her
so
and
happy.
Jewel tick for tack with smiles
Yeah,
at
yeah.
this point.
They're just happy. They're happy. But yeah,
But it was a play where I want to say it was Tosh and Jackie that ran into each other and like were on one end of the court on the floor, tangled up on the floor. Tosh bounced up, ran down the court, got a fast break, and hit a layup. Shit happened in like 6 seconds. A crackhead.
hey, look, she's happy. She has the energy. I'm happy for her. I hated that it was against the Aces,
I hate that it was against the Aces.
but kudos to her
Um,
and her
she
happiness.
might she might make me root for the statues this season
I
just a
don't know
little
about
bit,
that, but
just a little bit. Like,
I
cause
would be rooting for her.
In Unrivaled, I was like, you know what, Stewie is likable. I like her. She is not that bad, and she was cool in Seattle too.
Wait, you had a problem with Stewie?
I don't like the Liberty
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, Stewie's
as a
always been a chill
whole,
person.
as a team. I just Once she went to New York and they started gunning for the Aces, I was like, oh, I don't like anybody there now. All of y'all are enemies. I don't mess with y'all. And I love Benaj. I kind of hate that she was there too, but she cool right now because she ain't playing. Love her again. Love her again. But no, in Unrivaled, I was like, Sabrina cool, Stewie cool. They ain't that bad.
It's just your
Then
team.
they decided to whoop Vegas. And I was like, you know what? I hate all of them again.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Every single one of them. Because they didn't have to whoop us as bad as they did. But they
Yeah.
look good. It does not look like that was their first season, their first game of the season. They looked so cohesive.
Yeah.
They looked amazing as a team. And for Tosh to have just gotten there, been practicing with these people for like 3 weeks at this point, she fit in flawlessly. She
And see,
looked so good with this team.
I feel like she has a little like step up compared to like Jewel because she played with Sabrina in Unrivaled.
Hmm.
So she already has that chemistry. And honestly, I mean, their whole team basically came back from last year.
Yeah.
And so they were able to like fit the little small pieces in and gel quicker.
And they look good. I hate to say it. They look good. We got them in the top 3 in our rankings, and I feel like it's gonna stay that way. If they continue to look the way that they did in their first game,
Oh no, I can't lie. Our top 3 is never changing. I don't believe.
I don't see it
I don't
changing.
see our, and I think that's everybody's top 3. Everybody's top, like everybody that I've seen rank these teams have the same 3 teams, which is the Aces, the Lynx, and Liberty, in their top
In
3.
different orders, but definitely the top 3.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll
But
see.
yes, I'm happy for Tosh, and I think another added bonus for her is Izzy is right there. That's another
Yeah,
reason why she ain't stopped smiling.
yeah, yeah. Hey, yeah.
They look good. I hate to say it.
I
They
can't even
look
be
good.
mad at her because she's so happy, and it's every time she posts like all the little videos that she's done with like Stewie and her
The
like bags of the
bag.
day. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like you're just happy, so
And then
happy.
after the way that Phoenix did her,
Yeah,
seeing her be able to be happy
yeah.
where she is uh she gonna make me like the Liberty this year. But every plus for the Liberty gets erased when JJ do something dirty.
We gonna let that one slide. We gonna let that slide. Moving on to this Indiana-Chicago game, honestly, I don't want to touch too much on what happened during the game because I feel
It's been
like
talked about enough.
it has been, and it's been blown up so much. Yes, here's what I'll say. Yes, it was a hard foul. That is a basketball play. It was excessive with the push. They upgraded it as they should have. And I would have reacted the same way that Angel did.
I would have reacted
So,
worse than Angel.
so let's move on.
Like it happens. That's the first game of the season. It's going to happen all season.
We got to see them play four more times. Oh, Lord, we get to see them play 4 more times.
I just want, as a basketball community, for us to be able to have somewhat of a peaceful season
Yeah.
this season. Last year was terrible, and it's starting off that way again because this narrative has been spun and took and ran to the ground at this point. Like,
Yeah.
let these girls, these are young ladies, like 22, 23 years old. Let these women play basketball. Stop
Please.
pitting them against each other because there is no rivalry between them. They have told us that several times. They don't even play the same position for y'all to keep saying that it is a rivalry between them. There's no rivalry between them. They respect each other as players, they respect each other as people. It is the fan bases that pit them against each other. I won't say fan bases. It's a
Fan
fan
base.
base.
A fan base that has continued with the racism, all the isms,
Every ism.
every ism that they can find, they have used.
Everyone.
And the trying to gaslight us into believing that it isn't or it's something different is what irks me the most about it. Because the way that it started off with, it wasn't a like excess, or it wasn't a flagrant foul. It should have just been like a regular foul, regular push, a basketball push. Now it's like she didn't even push her at all, and it's like we see like
We
it's
saw the
right here.
videos.
It's right here in front of us.
We watched it. You watched it too.
But yes, as far as the game, um, Caitlin did end with the triple double. I will not speak on how she got this triple double because I don't want to hear nothing from none of these fans. But she did get a triple double. And it's moved up to the third all time for triple doubles. Let's see.
Chicago got whooped.
93
You
to
didn't say the
58.
score.
No, 93 to 58. I think they did. But I think game was lost. Like game was already losing. Like they were already losing, and game completely went out the door after the flagrant foul. So yeah, 93-58 is sad to look at. Like I had to double take. Like after the game, I was like, they really only scored 58. And another thing, instead of, and again, I'm giving grace because they have time. They have to have time to jail or whatever. But ignoring the Chicago Sky GMs, ignoring, or in their front office, ignoring, the fans. Now, granted, they can't listen to all the fans, but ignoring just the basics of who did y'all bring in, and it's like I keep telling people I will always hold Jeff responsible for trading Sonya away for Ariel Atkins. Now, granted, Ariel was a great player, but in my head, it breaks my heart every time I think about it. Like
I want y'all to get off of Ariel.
Listen, right here, we had it, and it's like y'all traded away.
I want y'all to get off of that. Y'all be acting like my girl ain't got a whole gold medal, ain't got a whole championship under her belt.
Listen, I love her. Cool. But we traded Sonya away for Ariel. You have to look at who. So with the whole, LA had the second pick. LA had the second pick. That's how they used that in the KP trade. Would you put KP and Ariel on the same step stool? Look at it that way. Like we traded a third round pick for Ariel Atkins. And again, love Ariel. She's so accomplished. Listen, the commentators will not let us forget that she got lost in the mediocrity
In the
of that was the
mediocrity.
Mystics.
of Washington.
So like,
I'm just gonna say Washington hears y'all saying it.
and does and
They hear
does
y'all.
and does, but like,
And they are responding.
yeah, yeah. But that was my biggest issue with Jeff with the trade, as well as you bringing all these sharp shooters. And again, time to jail. I'm giving them that. But your sharpshooters cannot shoot 0 for 6, 0 for 4 from threes. They're gonna have to sharpshoot. Like, because like I literally told somebody, I said, watch out for Angel's assist this season. They have her in a playmaking role. And they texted me after and said, playmake what? She has 1 assist. I said, she was passing. She was there, bringing
She
the
was
ball up the
passing.
floor. But when your shooters are 0 for 6, 0 for 4, and 0 for 3 from the
Mm.
3-point line, what do you expect? But yeah. So I finished opening weekend 0 for 3 on my teams.
0 for 2 for me.
Yeah. But then we had the Seattle and Phoenix game. And honestly, well, it ended 59-81. Phoenix put belt to ass. And all the people that was yapping about Satu hoping she had a bad season, all this other stuff, over something that shouldn't even gone to that side of it, that was outside basketball, and now y'all making it about her basketball career. But anyways, yeah, Satu went crazy. AT went crazy. Who's up? Oh, Skylar Diggins had a huge game, but it just wasn't enough.
Clearly.
What I saw out of Phoenix was like fast movement, cutting, passing the ball. And so I think they'll have a great season, which I predicted in my, pre-draft.
And you know what's crazy? They they did all of that without Kyle.
Yep. Yep.
They
So,
did all of that without Kyle. And we know what type of player Kyle is.
yeah.
So if this is how they look without her, imagine when she comes back.
That's what I was saying when we were doing those rankings. Like, that big three is kind of scary, you
Hmm.
know? So, we'll see. And I feel like, same with Ariel. Satu got wrapped up in the mediocre. I mean, granted, she was injured also, but she got wrapped up in the mediocrity that was Dallas.
Dallas. I don't think
So,
so. I think her and Arike stood out in Dallas. Everybody knew that they were the best two players on the
yeah.
team. I mean, Natasha Howard was there. Well, everybody knew they were the best two players on the team.
Yeah.
So I won't say that she got lost in the mediocrity. She definitely stood out. I feel like
It just wasn't highlighted because they were losing. And
that's fair.
when you're losing, it's like, all right, you put up 30, 40 points. You still lost, So,
That's fair. I think I do feel like that she got the attention that she deserved as a player because she got a nickname and everything got to be
yeah.
in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I won't say she got lost in the mediocrity. I will say that Dallas was mediocre for
For sure.
sure.
And granted, Dallas was better than their record. They
Yeah.
had all the injuries. There's a lot of teams. My 2 teams last year was the Mystics and Dallas. I mean, and even Atlanta at some point. Like, those 3 teams, like, their record just didn't show what they had on their team. I mean,
Hmm.
in Chicago, like, with the injuries at the after the break.
Towards the end.
So, I mean, if you're looking at your teams that were in the bottom of the rankings last year, a lot of them just got hit with injuries. Like, they didn't have their top players playing.
Hmm.
So, yeah. But Phoenix looks real good. And Seattle's going to get it together. Um, they got it together in their second game, but we will get to
Yeah.
that. Next up, we have Washington and Connecticut. Finished 90-85. Washington heard what y'all were saying.
I told y'all.
Now, granted, I think I have them third to last, like in 11th place or whatever. And I feel like the rookie experience will eventually get them further down. But as of right now, the rookies are showing up.
Hmm.
And I mean, let me think. Uh, No, Shakira played in that second game.
That's when she got her tick, ain't it?
Yes, that's when she found out. So yeah, so Shakira is back. They're still missing Aaliyah Edwards. So these rookies. Oh wait, actually, can we talk about Miss Okikiola Iriafen?
I love her name.
Shawty went for what was it, 17 and 14. I'm gonna miss. I'm
A
gonna mess this.
double.
A double double. Let me just tell you,
Against
against Tina
Tina
Charles,
Charles.
that's no scrub. That is no scrub. Tina Charles is no
As a
scrub.
rookie.
And you gave her, yep.
As a rookie.
These rookies are gonna be something special.
This class is impressive.
Was slept on, I feel like. When everybody
Yeah.
started backing off, they were like, oh, well, next year's class is gonna be, top shots. And I was like, there's still some good players coming in to this draft. And I mean, like, you look at Sonya, who put up 19 in that first game, 15 in the second game. And then you have Kiki with a double double against Tina Charles.
Against Tina Charles. That's who also had a double in that game.
Yes, it did. But yeah, these rookies are something special.
I want to say something, and it's gonna ruffle feathers, but y'all can't beat me up. I think last year's draft class was compared to this year's draft class was overhyped compared to this year's draft class because the rookies last year did not show up the way that these rookies this year are showing. These babies are playing like they've been in the league for a minute. They're not playing like rookies at all. They were pro ready, and I think it was it was more of an adjustment for the rookies we got last season. Now, given there are a few that are still finding their way, because I think everybody expected a lot more from Paige than what we're getting, but she's finding her way.
Yeah.
There's a brand new team, it's a brand new coach and everything. Get that. But the other ones, Pow, Sanaya Rivers, Okikiola, Sonya, them girls, come on now.
Came in
They
like
look
they
like
weren't
pros.
rooks.
They
And
look like
here's
pros already. I mean, they are pros, but like
to touch on the overhype. So here's the difference that I'm seeing between last year's class and this year's class. I don't think it was an overhype of the players who were stars last year. I think it was an overhype of generalizing their whole class. Because if you wow, that's not English. If you generalize,
it's a big word for Elmo.
It's a big word for Elmo. If you generalize their class, you have a lot of people that fell off. Obviously, you have Caitlyn, you have Angel, you have Camilla, you have Rakia. Cam's injured, or coming back from her injury. And Aaliyah, I mean, Peely even, she didn't get much playing time last year. So I feel like they just didn't, we're not seeing them, or we didn't see that class as early as we did this class.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you go to Mystics, one, some of the players are injured, and two, they had basically cleared out their whole team for draft picks. So, well, not even their whole team, but they cleared out a lot of their team for draft picks, and it's like, you're coming in, you're going to play right now. And that's the advantage that I think a lot of the rookies of this class will have over last year.
Mm-hmm.
You get to play right now.
And they showing up and showing out right now. They look good. They look so good.
Yeah. But moving on, we have Minnesota and LA. And back to the LA versus Golden State, there was a lot of MVP, for KP, and yes, she can be in the running for it.
Figure out how to say it politically correct, because I know what you're trying to say. I know what you want to say.
Man, there's levels to this shit. No, but listen, I love KP.
She played a different caliber team with Minnesota than what she played with Golden State.
And I mean, I think last year Connecticut was like the number one team for defense, like number one ranked team for defense. This year it'll probably be Minnesota. Well, Minnesota's always been up there, and it's probably going to be up there again in the top. So Yes, it was a different caliber team. She finished with 16. The fact that I remember some of this off the top of my head is crazy. But yeah, she finished with like 16, I believe, and it was just a
It's
different
because she was playing a team that wasn't shooting threes that weren't falling.
that part. And when you're shooting threes means longer rebounds and faster fast breaks. If you pulling up from three, the ball's coming back out to three. You know, and so it's just it was a faster paced game when they played Golden State. Minnesota does not play like that, and well, Minnesota's just so well rounded. They're fundamentally sound. Like they're not the most exciting team to watch, but they're
No, I
so.
didn't want to say that, but I was
But
so sitting over here like they boring to watch. But
yeah, they're not the most exciting team to watch, but they're so fundamentally sound because they can get down low with Fee. You have the mid range with Court. You have Alana Smith who can. Yes, Alana Smith.
Alana Smith, that's her name. You got Alana Smith, you got Bridget
Bridget Carlton.
Carlton,
So Bridget Carlton and Alana Smith, you have them that can pull out, for threes. So it's like,
and Shepherd. Now they got Shepherd too.
yeah, they have 3 level scoring.
And when K Mac ain't there. When K Mac come back, that's another 3-point machine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
they they are who do I want to say that? I'm gonna say it.
Take it
Y'all
back.
can't beat me up.
Take it back.
They are they are what other teams want to be as far as 3-point shooting.
Okay, I can live
It
with that.
wasn't bad. I was just gonna say the name of the team, but that
Just hold on to that part. No, but that game did end 89-75. Yeah, it's just a different caliber team that LA was playing. Which again, KP can for sure be in the MVP conversation. She has a bigger role this year. She'll be taking more shots.
mhm.
Um, but I always tell people when they start talking about MVP,
Asia Wilson
Asia and
still plays
Fee,
in
Asia and Fee
in
still
this
plays in the
league,
league.
as well as Breonna Stewart.
Yeah.
So
So those 3 still play in the league at the end of the day. Oh,
so you gotta outplay them. And that's not an easy feat.
not them 3.
That's not an easy feat. Those are some very dominant players.
Yep. So then we had Seattle and Dallas, which finished 79.
A winnable game.
It was a winnable game.
A
And
very winnable game.
okay, well, listen, all of Dallas games are winnable. We won't even touch on tonight's game that just finished, but like their games are
That was an
winnable.
exciting game. That was
Yeah,
a good game.
but their games are winnable. Like they're right there, and I just think they're having to learn how to gel together. There was
I will say what you're trying not to say. Reek is used to carrying the team, and
she
she
is.
does not have to do that anymore. But
Yes.
she cannot step outside of I don't have to ball hawk. I don't have to ball hawk anymore. I can pass the ball. I have role players that can help me
Mm-hmm.
now. Like I'm not the only. God, this is gonna sound bad. Either way, I try to fix it. Like I'm not the only. You know what I'm trying to say. Like I don't have to be the only scorer on the floor
So
right
here,
now. I
I'll reword it
have.
for you.
Thank
Uh,
you, because I'm
so
struggling.
Enrique has to realize that she doesn't have to take the shot every time. She has other players. She has Paige who can shoot. She just
She
has.
got Nay. She has a whole team of
She
shooters
has a
right
whole
now.
team of shooters right now. Yeah, like you said, she has a whole team of shooters, and she's gonna realize it. But then again, what I hated was all the backlash that she got. This is the same player that we've always known. I just feel like now she has a bigger spotlight on her because Paige is there, and that she does have more shooters this year. But like Enrique didn't do nothing different than she has done before.
And I think everybody was expecting her to be a little different because she has the help now. Like we expected you to take over the game and try to win it for your team because you
They
didn't have as strong of players with
they
you on that team.
in Unrivaled they put their when they were picking teams. You have Ryan Howard, who's a ball dominant guard. and you have Enrique who's a ball dominant guard. And it's their biggest thing when picking that team is they're gonna have to learn how to share. And I mean, it wasn't much sharing. Enrique either went off or Ryan went off. And that is okay, but that's just the type of players they are. Like someone said, or I commented and someone else agreed that like Enrique is gonna put up like 20 shots. She is. And if they go in or
Are
not,
they all gonna fall?
no. But she's gonna put up about 20 of them.
Because sometimes she just be throwing shit up there.
I think so. I think so. Someone said she throws up a shot and a prayer.
Yeah, for real.
And again, it's nothing new that we don't know about Enrique because when she's hot, like when she's out there shooting and they falling, it's oh my gosh, we love that she's like a relentless, no hesitation shooter. But when they're not following, like or when they're not falling, it's again, dang, I just wish she would hesitate a little. Like she's a relentless, no hesitation shooter. So like you kind of shooter's gonna shoot. You're gonna take the good and the bad from it.
Yeah, I really think I want her to settle into the fact that she has help
Yeah.
this season and she doesn't have to take all of those shots.
Yeah.
You can give the ball to somebody else
Yeah.
that might have a better shot. Like pass up a good one for a great one.
And she's going to I feel like she is eventually going to they're gonna figure it out. All these teams are
It's
gonna figure
almost
it out
it's like a trauma response for her. She'd have been so traumatized
because
over
all
these
her
last
I
few
mean
years.
Maddie was injured last year.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you have all these players that were injured and it's like you had to take the shots. Like it was on you every night.
And
Sasha was
so
like it was on you. And this year, like you have a team that's healthy one
strong.
and strong and
You have a
strong.
strong team
Yeah.
around you. I just think, like I said, I don't think she has settled in with that fact yet.
Yeah.
And it's still like, oh shit, the
I gotta
game
shoot.
close. I need to shoot. I need to shoot.
Like
Babe, calm
today,
down.
oh
Breathe. Somebody need to
stop.
call. They need to call Cheryl. Why I can't think of that lady last name and tell her to breathe like she did at the All-Star game.
I mean, because it's in her. We know she can do it. But again, she's gonna put up at least 20 shots a game. And specifically for this game, Tierra McCowan. For all the people that were out and listen, I always say a player's not gonna play their best if they're not happy. And everybody with the bad attitude and all this other stuff, yes, she did walk out. But she was not happy. And I said once she realizes that she's gonna come off the bench. Babe, you're coming off the bench now. You're gonna have to get that in your head that you're coming off the bench, and in the time that you are on the court, you have to show out. And we got to see that with
And
Seattle,
she did.
and showed out. She did. So just give these players grace. What did
It's a
Paige?
lot of adjustments.
What did Paige
It's
say? Trust, trust, trust.
it's a lot of adjustments this season. Like I think Tiara it has same mindset as Enrique. Like it was a lot that was placed on their backs last season and these past couple seasons on this team, and they don't have to. Y'all don't have to carry the team anymore, and they don't know how to do that.
Yep. And in time, everybody's gonna start realizing that. But moving on, we can skip through this one really easy. The Atlanta Indiana game. I
Atlanta
honestly
won.
Atlanta won. I honestly did not watch until the last like 4 minutes, not even the last 4 minutes. I think I watched the last 3 minutes of that game.
I didn't watch it.
Because I was tuned into the other game, and I only tuned in because the game. I lied. It was only 2 minutes left in the game when I turned on the game, because that's when Atlanta was up 6. Atlanta pissed me off with the ill-advised shooting and the turnovers in them last 2 minutes of the game. Because the game was theirs to win. And granted, they won, but like they had the 6-point cushion that just needed to hold off. And again, ill-advised shooting, because that's another team. Coaches come in and say we're gonna shoot threes, and shoot threes they did. I think they were like 8 for 30 from the 3-point line. Yeah, so
Oh,
they're gonna shoot threes,
oh.
but the thing is, they have 3-point shooters who can do it if they just like Leash between Leash and Ryan. Like you have shooters who can lock in,
Mm-hmm.
and they fit. Both of them
Now,
fit.
don't sleep on BG.
BG too, but like they have players that can fit into the system that he's trying to place in Atlanta. And so with time, again, another team with time, they're gonna figure it out. But
Shout
onto the
out to
game.
Nia Coffee.
Yeah, shout out to Nia Coffee. Big block at the end. Well, hold on. Actually, backtrack. Shout out to Ryan for settling down and making those 2 free throws that put them up by 1. Shout out to Nia Coffee for the block on Natasha Howard. And then Natasha Howard gets the offensive rebound. I was like, oh, she's gonna shoot it. Like eyes closed, or one eye closed, looking at the game, and she missed it. And they've gone ballistic on her. And I will quote. Listen, I will quote.
Indiana is Indianian.
I will quote Cass. She said, Dwana Bonner might just be the best thing that ever happened to Indiana. and I feel bad because DB has turned her comments to private on, or her whole page to
Everything.
private on, because I think she finished the game with 0 points. Something around there. But it just wasn't a good game for her. And granted, like I said, I didn't watch the game to the last 2 minutes of the game, so I can't speak on how and she got to that point on not scoring or scoring little. But yes.
I did not watch that game because putting a Las Vegas game at the same time
Is a fever game.
as a fever
As
game.
much as I love the dream, I was like, I literally posted and I said, I'm rooting for y'all tonight. I hope your mental is okay. Because I
won't be watching.
I knew I wasn't gonna be watching. Especially when Asia Wilson's playing. And that's okay. Still love my
Asia
dream.
Wilson is doing Asia Wilson things on the other channel. I gotta be there. I'm sorry.
Go Dreamers, love y'all. But
dream big.
Yeah.
Sweet dreams.
One team, one dream.
All of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching Asia do things in her shoes. She was on the court and her competitors had on her shoes.
Which we can move into that game. That game finished 87-62. It was another belt to ass.
They were fighting back though.
Yeah. Becky had pulled the starters but Asia, and they only put Asia in the game so she could work with the rookies. But still, yes, they were coming back. I think at one point they went on like a 13-3 run or something like that. So like, yeah, sure.
Like they tried, they did their best, but they were also playing the Las Vegas Aces. This is a brand new team. You only had 2 people that returned to the Connecticut Sun, Marina and Olivia Nelson-Ododa. They got a brand new team.
Let me tell you about Marina. Marina said, listen, they tried to steal that ball from her. She said, and you get a foul, you get a foul.
Marina, I don't know your middle name, Mabry. Let me tell you what you did not have to do. What was very disrespectful is the way that you put Kia on that floor. I'm still thinking about her ankles.
Oh,
girl, it happened so fast.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, all I know is I posted. I was like, "Oh my gosh, Kia, no,
Kia, get up, Kia! Oh my god,
please." No, listen. And what would have made it worse is if Marina had made the shot. Now, if Marina would have made the shot, it would have been like,
But she did all that and bricked it. But still, you put my girl on the floor and don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
But I think Connecticut is gonna find their footing as well. They got a brand new team. They're learning to work together as well.
Big shout out to
Sanaya Rivers, my girl. That was her first game. And she literally had 2 practices with the team. We all know her mom passed away. The team did give her time to go home, be with her family, grieve, everything that she had to do, everything that she needed to do, rather. And she came back, and after 2 practices with the team, was not expecting to get big minutes in this game. Stayed in the game for most of the game, for over half the game, because she got out there and said, "This is my time." Got it.
And in 25 minutes, what was it, 14 points? Hold on. Actually, the biggest part of that night was the block on Chelsea. Now listen. Point God. Listen, point God's gonna do point God things. But when she blocked Chelsea and, Chelsea grabbed the ball back, did a little step through, finish. I think it was an and one for Chelsea. But yeah, step through and one. I screamed because, oh my God, you just blocked Chelsea. But at the same time, Quinn got things.
It was the steal for me.
Yeah.
Because Chelsea legit looked like, I know this damn Ricky did not just take this ball from me. I know she did. Like, Sanaya low-key had Chelsea in here last night.
I can't lie. She low-key had Jackie in hell too. If you weren't looking, it wasn't blocking steals for Jackie, but Jackie could not get that ball. If Sanaya had her so locked up, like, hey, you're not getting this ball. I don't care if you're supposed to get the ball. I don't care if that's the play. You're not touching this ball. And like I said, Sanaya Rivers is one of the ones on defense.
Sanaya got out there and looked like she had been practicing with this team for the last year. 2 practices?
Yeah.
2 practices.
Oh my God, wait. I got a shout out. KB made a 3.
I tell you what, I hollered when that 3 went in.
Like, I hollered. Gospel music playing, like.
Okay. I don't remember who passed KB that ball, but when I saw her prep for that 3, I said,
I was hoping it wasn't another one of those. It's wide open. Please don't hit backboard. Nah, but she
literally
made it. She made
eyes closed, one looking, and she hit a buzzer beater at that. They said bell for the buzzer beater 3. What?
And on top of that, she had the block on Sanaya Rivers in the fourth quarter, close to the end of the game.
So we were up by like 30 at that point, but
it didn't mean much in terms of the game, changing the trajectory of the game. But it was great to see her out there active on offense and defense. And of course, like we always say, Asia's gonna do Asia things. You had mentioned like Asia had on the pearls. Kia had on the pink auras, and
Tina had on the pinkos.
So
I want to say Crystal Bradford had on the pink auras too. I think.
I believe so.
I'm almost positive she did.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, but it's just great. Like, so great to see.
I love it for her. And then after the game was over, Tina got her to sign her shoes, and like that was the sweetest moment. Like you would have thought that I raised Asia the way that I was looking at the TV, like, oh,
yeah,
oh,
so proud.
Such a proud moment.
She's doing it for the little girls out there, little girls still instilled or within us, So I love that for her. And actually going back to the game to the Vegas, New York game, that was the first time that 3 players were wearing their own signature shoe. Because we had Asia, we had Stewie, and we had Sabrina. So it's just great to see women doing great things.
It really is. It really is. Did you see the post game conference with Sanaya and how she was talking about how the team has been legit been there for her? Like I was really hoping that she had that support during this time, because I can't imagine being with 22, 23 and the goal that you've been working towards the last 4 years, you get it, and in the same week you lose your mama. Like I can't imagine.
What I am happy though is that her mom did get to see it.
Her mom got to see it, and her mom got to meet the team. She said something like, I'm paraphrasing, but that her mom got to meet the team, and she thinks that her mom was able to rest once she saw that she was gonna be in good hands. And like that kind of made me tear up a little bit, because girl.
But yeah, I'm so proud of her. I'm proud of all the rooks. Like I'm actively tracking all the rooks first, but buckets, and so it's just great to see. Like every game I go, somebody else scored, and I'm proud of all the rookies. One, because they didn't come in like they're rookies, and
we are getting into the second week of games, and we really have not had that many welcome to the league moments yet. Like
either they happen in preseason or the rookies are giving their own welcome to the league.
The rookies are saying, I'm here.
Welcome to me.
This is my introduction
Yeah.
of you to me. Like, what's up? I'm gonna put you in hell for 40 minutes.
But yeah, we're moving on. We have a fun little game. So somebody suggested this to us, and I also got somebody to name me 9 random WNBA players. I then put all those names into a little generator, and they grouped them into 3 for start, bench, cut. And these groups are crazy.
They are insane.
Like positionless.
Yeah.
They're just groups of 3 at this point. But the first one is, so I'll let you go, is Asia, JJ, and Marina. Start, bench, cut.
Starting Asia because duh. Um, I am going to bench Marina and cut JJ. Okay, wait. If I take my personal feelings out of it, I'm gonna bench JJ and cut Marina. But if I'm going off of, who I like the most, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so mine would be Asia, start Asia, bench JJ, and cut Marina. Now listen, I have forgiven Marina for breaking my heart. I have forgiven her for breaking my team. Um, she's so funny, and I realized that she's
And
not
chaotic.
in chaos. She's not throwing tantrums. She just has a little dysfunctional chaos in her life. But yes,
Hmm.
I will. I will have to cut Marina, unfortunately, if we're going skill wise.
All right, the next one is crazy. BG, Dejanay, and Rakia Jackson.
Okay, I'm going to start BG.
Hmm. Hmm. It's hard.
I think I'm a bench Rakia
Okay.
and cut Nay just because Rakia's a 3-level scorer. Oh, that's hard. Hold on. So start BG, like that one I feel like was a given in my mind. Yeah, I'm a bench Rakia and then cut Nay.
Okay. I'm gonna start BG because duh. I am going to bench Nay and cut Rakia.
Okay. Is it for the defense?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, that's why it was so hard. I was like, I'm trying to take into account defense, but you got a 3-level score. So, and I'm all about defense and rebounding, but Rakia's one of the ones.
She is. I won't take that from her. But if we were picking teams and I had to pick people to be on my team, I'm gonna go with Nay.
Understandable. Understandable. Now this Lord, this last one, if you
It's
take
not
all
that hard
feelings,
for me.
it's not hard for you, but I'm trying to take all, like I'm taking all feeling. Well, I don't have any issue with any of these people, but it's Nafisa, Ryan, or Stewie.
So I'm gonna do it 2 ways, like I did my first one.
Okay.
Skill wise, I would,
This is where it gets hard.
yeah. I think I don't know if I want to start Fee or Stewie. I think I would start. Shoot. Okay. Skill wise, I'm going to start Fee because she got a chip on her shoulder and she gonna come out hot. I'm gonna start Fee. I'm gonna bench Stewie, and I love Ryan, but I'm gonna have to cut Ryan if skill, strictly skill. Now we're gonna put my personal feelings back in it. I'm gonna start Ryan. I'm gonna bench Stewie, and I'm gonna cut Fee.
Okay. So, you know me, I'm all objective. So, yeah, I'm taking all my feelings out of it. Because that's how I look at basketball. So I'm gonna have to go Fee. Yeah, Fee. Fee, I'm start Fee. I have to. Skill wise, like she yeah. All right, let me just rip the band-aid off. Okay, I'm gonna start Fee. I'm gonna bench Stewie and I'm gonna cut Ryan. Oh, that hurt my heart.
Ryan, if you ever hear this episode,
Ryan knows. Listen, I
we
love
love
Ryan.
you.
Every single
You
time
just got put up against
up, so
some
strong contenders.
MVPs. Sorry.
Like, listen, every time I see Ryan, I give her
Oh
a little
wait.
duck for her Jeep. So, I love Ryan. Lord, I hope she knows that we still love her. This is just that last one's hard.
Yeah. Actually, if you have made it this far in the video, I don't care if you watching it, listening to it, whatever. Start bench cut. I need y'all to drop all three of y'all answers too.
Yep. Yeah, I want to hear what y'all have to say
I really do.
because some of these are kind of hard. Like,
I really
oh,
do. And your rationale behind it, just like we did.
yeah,
I'm interested.
yeah. So on to our next segment. We are starting our Courtside Cousins Player and Rookie of the Week. That covers all of the games that we've talked about in whatever episode. So for this week, our Courtside Cousins Player of the Week player is Natasha Cloud.
Go
Natasha
crackhead
Cloud,
energy.
like she did so good. She made such a difference for their team. So it was great to see her play and
It's good to see her happy. It's good to see her play. I feel like she played happy last season too, but
she
I
did.
feel like she's playing so much freer
Yes,
this
yes.
season. Like this is not a Tosh that we've seen. We saw this a little bit in Unrivaled, but like
Like
this
we
is
saw
not
it
a
in
Tosh
Rival.
that we've
We
seen.
know what she can be. Like we saw it in Washington. We saw it in Phoenix, but like this is just a different Natasha Cloud that we're seeing, and I love that for
Yeah.
her.
And I think just so y'all know, going forward, we'll pick the player of the week based on who showed up and made a
A different
difference for their team. Like who showed up and really did something for their team. Because we could easily give this to Asia every week.
every week. We can
Every week. But you know, Asia hitting a 30 ball is
Asia.
it's Asia things. So that would just be unfair.
Yeah.
But yeah. As far as the rookie of the week, Sonya Citron.
Mm-hmm. Rookie came out swinging, and yeah,
I just
Lord, I can tell you, keeps breaking my heart, but she's so good.
She said, I heard what y'all keep saying about people getting lost in the mediocrity that is the Mystics. And I want to show y'all that I'm not gonna get lost. Y'all gonna say my name, y'all gonna see my efforts, and y'all
Once
gonna
it
stop
like
calling us mediocre.
Yeah. So one thing that I do want to point out for Sonya is that when Slim found out of that game against Connecticut, Slim, like in her post game, had said that Sonya came over to her like after the game and after they won and was like, "I just finished what you
Finish
started."
what you started.
And Slim said, "What rookie says that? Like, they're just on a different level." And I'm excited to see, or I'm excited to see what they continue to do.
Hmm.
Like how do you top how you top last game?
Like they look better than I've seen Washington look in a long time.
Ball movement, speed, like
They look good.
yeah.
Now, as we're recording this, they are playing Golden State, and Shakira just injured Tip very badly. Honestly, she could be back in the game at this point. I don't know because we're recording, so I don't know. The last I saw, my girl was walking off the court bloodied, throwing up the thumbs up, trying to let people know she was okay, but it's blood all over. I
And they're
Shakira,
wearing white. And they're wearing
and they're
white.
wearing
But
white.
listen, I had posted and I said, "Oh, y'all, she just wanted to take a little bite of Shakira's shoulder. That's it. She just wanted a little bite.
Shakira drove that shoulder in the Tip face.
Wanted a little bite."
So as of right now, I'm not on y'all side, Washington. I don't like y'all, and it is all Shakira's fault. Shakira can really meet me in the parking lot, okay? Because don't do that no more. That was the uncalled for, unnecessary. You're 6'5". Tip is a strong 5'9", 5'10" on a good day. That was unnecessary. Very unnecessary.
Nah, Tip's taller than that.
She's 5'10", I think.
No, because
Google
okay,
it.
Ryan is 6'2", and they stand next to each other pretty close.
Ryan 6'2"?
That's what I said. Well, I didn't know Ryan was 6'2" until you texted me and said, "Oh, you kind of short next to Ryan and Nas." And I said, "Bro, I'm 5'8".
I didn't even say that part. I just said you were short.
Listen, I said I'm 5'8", and they got 6 inches on me. They're both 6'2".
Hold on, I'm Googling Tip now. I'm almost positive she is
Like she's at least 6 foot.
5'10". 5'10".
No
She
way.
listed as 5'10".
That's crazy. Just feel like they stand like the picture that I have with both of them. I just feel like they were standing like.
She is listed as 5'10". That is crazy you questioning me on Tip.
You're right. You're right. Never question you again. Never question you again. But we do want to thank all you guys again. We actually will be putting out more videos more often, and you're gonna get so much more content, as well as we still are working on those two things that we talked about in the last episode.
Mm.
So be on the lookout for them. We'll see y'all.
Also, before we go,
Oh,
the group chat, the group chat,
I will link that.
and they can drop questions in the group chat. I was
Yes.
just giving them an incentive to join.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I have so many questions for upcoming episodes that people have dropped. So that'll be fun to start answering those. I'm gonna have to research
I
some of this
have more
stuff.
energy. I have more energy next time. I
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah.
I promise. I promise.
But yeah. See y'all later.
Love y'all. Bye.
1,